Good morning and welcome to the Fairy Coach Tarot channel. My name is Raquel. Thank you for being here. Today we have a weekly forecast, right? Today is Sunday. On Sundays we do the weekly forecast, and this week will go from Monday 20 Monday, August 24th to Sunday, August 30th. So we are looking at this last week of August. So August 24th to August 30th, 2026. I always tell you at the beginning of these videos when it's a weekend or a weekly forecast that if you're watching this from some time in the future, do not worry about the date of the video or with my video or with anybody's really, because you made it here for a reason. So there may be a message here for you. So take what resonates, let go of the rest, right? So this is an interactive tarot reading where you pick the deck or the fairy that calls you. And we look at the energies for the beginning of the week, middle of the week, and end of the week, right? So if this does not happen to coincide with the time that you are in the future, think about it for the next 7 days, right? So think about this energy rate for the next 7 days. All right, so again, general reading for the collective. Take what resonates, let go of the rest. And if you're struggling right now, you're going through some changes, life transitions, you feel stuck, or you need support on your journey, I offer private online sessions. I'm a board certified coach, holistic energy practitioner. I have a master's degree in psychology, several training in different healing and spiritual modalities, and I've been a tarot reader for 30 years. I incorporate all these professional trainings and education to accompany you during our session with my cards, so you can get that clarity and make the best choices for your specific situation and for your life. So if you're interested in a private session with me, I'm going to leave you down in the description my website, my storefront, and in my website you will also find my contact information in case you want to book directly with me and you have questions about my sessions and my services. All right, so let's begin by grounding, centering, and connecting with the breath. So if this feels comfortable to you, please follow along. All right. I always try to suggest or advise that you are in a place where you're not going to feel disturbed, right? So you can connect energetically with the video, with your intuition. You can pick the best or the not the best, but the deck that's more aligned with you and your energy. All right, so sit in a comfortable position, right? All right, take a deep breath in through the nose, hold, and exhale. All right, now roll your shoulders back. Right. Move the neck gently from one side to the other, from front to back. And take another deep inhale in through the nose. Hold and exhale. All right. Now pick the deck or the fairy that calls you. We have these witchy decks today. So pick the deck. Let me move the fairies a little bit so you can see the backs. And pick the deck or the color of the fairy that calls you at this time. Pink, blue, yellow. Ready? All right, let's begin with our pink fairy. And here we have our pink fairy. Let's move the cards to wake them up. And now let's set the intention for our reading. Please give us guidance, advice, insight that we need right now. The energy forecast for our week, for the next 7 days, the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, and the end of the week. And we ask in love, in light, for our highest good. And so it is. All right, let's see. 2 cards for the beginning of the week. Middle of the week. 1 card for the middle of the week and the end of the week. Very well. Let's get started and see who answers for the beginning of the week. And we have the 5 of Swords. And supporting it, the 8 of Wands. All right. So we have these 5 of Swords, the energies of 5s, denote usually some form of instability, and swords that it is the air element, and the air element corresponds to the mind, to conversation. Think about it as around your throat chakra a lot, but also your mind, right? Not so much your intuition, that we would be looking at that third eye energy. No, this is more around throat chakra as well as your mind and your thoughts. So what is this telling us about the beginning of the week, right? So the energies at the beginning of the week begin a little bit unstable, right? There may be some disagreements, some conversations that are not bringing you comfort, right? So those misalignment with the people that you're having these conversations with. So the energy is not a bad energy. What it is telling you is that because there is an unstable type of energy, it's kind of like if it was the weather forecast and say chance of showers, look at it this way. Chance of arguments, discussions, or things that are not that one of those times that leaves you a bad flavor in the mouth. So there is that chance over there. That's the energy forecast. So what the advice that could come with this is choose your battles wisely. Careful who you engage with in arguments right now or in discussions. Make sure that ask yourself instead, ask yourself, is it worth it to have this argument right now? Is it necessary? Does it bring me some form of peace to have this argument? Or it's completely unnecessary and it's best to just not engage with the person. So this is the main energy, right, at the beginning of the week. Now, we also have these 8 of Wands, right, supporting it. And the 8 of Wands is the energy of movement. Now we are on that fire energy. So it's passionate energy that moves fast, right? So how is this supporting this? So this 8 of Wands is just letting you know that whatever you decide to do, if to engage in these arguments, to engage in discussions or in talks with that they could escalate to bigger arguments. Whatever it is that you decide, the energy is going to become very passionate and it will take off. So when you see ones, and I tell you always to be intentional, think about it this way. If you have this energy forecast that tells you that at the beginning of the week, there may be some arguments or there is the chance for misunderstandings, right? Mostly through communication. And I tell you, really pause when you feel like things escalating, pause and see, is this worth it at this time? Think also that whatever you decide to do, if you decide to get into the argument, the whatever is happening in this argument is gonna take off, right? So it's going to take off and it's going to affect, it's going to have an outcome. It's going to have an effect on you, on the relationship, on things that you manifest in the future. So that's why be mindful with what conversation or arguments you really get sucked into, or remember that saying that you do not need to attend every argument there is, right? So right now, think about the beginning of the week. If you're engaging in conversation or if you feel like energy is like escalating and people starting to get more worked up, think, do I really want to engage with this? Or perhaps it is best if I just take a step back, right? So I protect myself because things are going to have an effect and are going to impact me somehow or impact the things that I want. All right. Now, the middle of the week, now we're looking at Wednesday and Thursday, the answer comes from the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords, again, we are on that air element, and the Four of Swords is to rest. You know, the Four of Swords is someone that pauses. And what's important about this card is that it's telling you mostly that it's not the time to engage in deep conversations or to really think about things in a strategic way. So try to take the middle of this week. The advice would be just this: do not engage in serious conversations, in things that are deep, right? Instead of that, try to flow with things, keep things on the light side, do not overthink right now. Wednesday and Thursday is more of a time for reset, and more if the beginning of the week for you have engaged in these arguments or there is something that has affected you energetically. Take the middle of the week, say, you know what, I'm not going to engage in heavy talks. I'm not going to engage in signing documents or anything that makes me think too much. Right now, I'm going to take Wednesday and Thursday, that middle of the week, to rest, to reset, to focus either on my work or on other types of things, not on making big decisions or having heavy talks or doing any of that. That's what the middle of the week is asking you, right? And the end of the week, and who answers is the Nine of Wands. All right. The Nine of Wands, here we go back to that fire element, and it is the nine, right? So it's saying, you know what, the energy right now is one of like, keep going towards the things that you want. It's kind of that last push that tells you, you can achieve whatever it is that you want. So ask yourself, what do you really want right now, right? So saying, okay, you may not be there yet, but the energies are conspiring with you to get you there. So be very intentional. Keep going towards the things that you want. And if you were looking for a sign, do I give up or do not I give up? This is, do not give up on what you want. Enjoy your weekend, what's coming, and really be intentional going after what you want. All right, now let's put it all together. All right, so the energy forecast for the week. The beginning of the week, it begins with some chances for arguments, for misunderstandings. So choose your battles wisely. Watch out. Do not engage if it's not worth it, because whatever you decide to do, there is fast moving current of energy that will have an impact and will have an effect on things that you want. So just watch out for misunderstandings at the beginning of the week and really pause. And it's not saying do not engage. No, this is more like think about it. Think that if it's worth it, and think also about the effects that this argument or this uh, discussion will have on you and the things that you want. Now, towards the middle of the week, time to reset. It's saying the energies right now, and more based on what happened at the beginning of the week, they are asking you not to have hard conversations or deep conversations, probably not engage in anything that makes you sign documents or anything that is more heavy thinking either. Take the middle of the week to reset your energy, to rest, to focus on maybe practical aspects and not so much deep thinking aspects like tasks that you need to do, your work. But mostly it is time to reset your energy. Now, towards the weekend, the energies pick up again with that once that fire element that is giving you a push to go after the things that you want with intention, right? To be very intentional, not to give up on things that you want, and very positive energy. So here, what it is that you want, knowing that the energies are pushing towards the things that you want, what is it that you want so you can make it happen? And here, ask yourself, what could serve me to help me reset right now? All right, so I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this message. Remember, this is a general reading for the collective. So take what resonates, let go of the rest, and if you are interested in going deeper, I'm going to leave you down in the description my website and my storefront. I'm a board certified coach and holistic energy practitioner with a master's degree in psychology, and I've been a tarot reader for 30 years. I accompany you during our sessions together or the pre-recorded readings if that's what you decide. So please reach out if you want more information or really visit my website and my storefront. All right, now let's go for that second deck, and that is with the blue fairy for those of you who picked this one. All right, let's put the blue fairy right there, move the cards around a little bit, give them a little knock, and set the intention. Please give us guidance, insight into our week, the next 7 days for us, no matter what date it is, the beginning, the middle, the end, and anything that we need to know about the energies that play and the advice. In love, in light, for our highest good. And so it is. All right. There we go. Oh, let's put it there. Beginning of the week, sorry. And now middle of the week. All right, and we have more than one card. We have 2 cards for the middle of the week. And now let's see the end of the week for you. All right. So what's the beginning of the week? What is it bringing? And the answer comes from the 6 of Pentacles. All right. So Pentacles, earth element here, right? And this 6 of Pentacles is all about asking yourself, what type of relations do you have, right? Relationships with other people. And are they balanced, right? Or are you giving more to these relationships? Or are you one that takes more, right? So this 6 of Pentacles It's mostly asking you to be balanced in your relationships, in how you deal with other people, to remember karma, right? And remember that sometimes we think we're getting away with something and we truly are not getting away with it, because there is that law of whatever you put out there is going to come back to you. So truly think about how you're treating other people and how other people also are treating you, right? So the beginning of the week has these energies that says it's all about reflecting on the type of relationships you have. If you're being generous, if you are giving as much as you receive, if other people are not treating you right. So the beginning of this week is asking for you to reflect on that, right? To really reflect on the types of relationships you're having, if they are balanced, and also be willing to look at things as they are, right? It's very important. Be willing to look at things as they are. Sometimes we do not like what's the reality and we try to make excuses. Just look at things as they are. Your relationships with others, if they are balanced, and if you're being generous with them, they are being generous with you. The give and take in your relationships or with the people you deal with. Now, the middle of the week, and we have that Page of Cups, and supporting it, the Three of Cups. All right. So the middle of the week is actually presenting really interesting for you. It's going to be emotional, but in a positive way, right? So the Page of Cups is telling you, to begin with, the middle of the week is all about being willing to not only, I was going to say learn because it's a page, but not only that, is be willing to express, if you wish, how you feel about someone, to be able to be affectionate, to be able to be vulnerable, right, with others. So if you are thinking about, how to strengthen any of the relationships with the people in your life, the middle of the week is the perfect time. But really become vulnerable, express what you feel for them, right? Learn from any feedback someone gives you, but be willing to be affectionate and express love and how you feel about others. And it's also, the three is also supporting this by not only this, but be willing to spend time with the people you care for. And if you are not near them, just call them, spend some time on a video call or on a phone call, or if they live near you, go visit them, meet up for coffee, for a meal, right? And let people that you care about know how you feel. Right now, there are these perfect energies at the middle of the week that can really strengthen bonds, but you are going to have to be the one leading, right? So instead of just be taking a passive role, no, lead, express how you feel, reach out to people, tell them how grateful they are in your life and what you feel for them. And the weekend, or well, the end of the week, and who answer is the Two of Wands. All right, the Two of Wands. When we have wands, again, fire energy, so think about intentionality, but the two sometimes are these choices or these crossroads, right, for us. So towards the end of the week is really about becoming, when I see wands, I always say intentional. Be intentional with the choices you make and towards where you're going, right? Do not be wishy-washy. Make sure you are choosing the things that align with who you are, your values, what you want, what you feel passionate about towards where you're going. Do not be wishy-washy. There is fire energy. So when there is fire energy, you need to be intentional, because by being intentional, you are going to be able to manifest, attract, or create the things that you want in your life. If you're wishy-washy, if you're not becoming intentional, and there is this energy around, then you never know what's going to appear, right? So be intentional. There may be an important choice or some choices. Whatever you do, make sure you're aligned with what you want, with your goals, with your values, and with who you are. Intentional, taking those steps forward. Now, putting it together. Remember, at the beginning of the week is about reflecting on the type of relationships you have or dealings with other people. Make sure things are balanced. You are giving out what you want to return, but also reflect if others are treating you the correct way. The middle of the week is about you leading the way to strengthen bonds and relationships with those people you care, being affectionate and actually saying how you feel about them, right? And spending time with them. Towards the end of the week is about making choices or decisions in an intentional way, right? There is the energy that means that there may be a crossroads where you have to decide. Make sure you're deciding intentionally. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. Remember, general reading for the collective. Take what resonates, let go of the rest. And if you want us to look more in depth at your particular situation, I'm a board certified coach, holistic energy practitioner with a master's degree in psychology, and I've been a tarot reader for over 30 years. I bring all of this into our online private sessions, and you can find the links below for my website and my storefront. Reach out if you have any questions, or if not, book your session or get a pre-recorded reading. All right. And now let's look at that last deck for those of you who picked the yellow fairy. All right. For those of you who picked this deck, let's set the intention. Please tell us what energies are around our week, the next 7 days, the beginning of the week, middle of the week, and end of the week. Any advice, any insight. And we ask in love, in light, for our highest good. And so it is. All right. All right. Two cards for the beginning of the week. One card for the middle of the week, and one card for the end of the week. All right, very good. Let's see who answers the beginning of the week. And it is the Eight of Pentacles, all right, and the Eight of Swords. All right, we have two eights, two important eights. The eights are usually abundance, so think about a lot. And here we have Pentacles, Earth element, and Swords, the air element. So the beginning of the week is asking you for you to it's not to put effort, but yes, to put effort or work towards the things that you want. It is to take an active role into manifesting, into creating the life that you want. It's not about thinking about it or talking about it or even wishing or visualizing. This is actually about taking the steps, working at it, right? So it could also be energies regarding your work. If there is something professionally that is a goal for you or that you want, this is telling you work at it. Right now, your efforts are going to be seen. So work towards those things that you want. Be active in the pursuit of the things that you want. And the Eight of Swords is also letting you know what I said before. It's not a time to overthink or to think small or to think that things are not possible. If there are desires that you have, if there are things that you want for your life, take an active role, work towards it, and do not let your thoughts or your limiting beliefs about yourself stop you from it, right? So be active into really working towards what you want. What do you want? And what steps can I take towards this? And how can I prepare for the life that I want, right? And what things do not serve me? What limiting beliefs or thoughts do not serve me right now? So with these two eights, right, with the Eight of Pentacles leading the way, it means that there is an abundance of energy for things to take place, right, for things to happen. But it does require of your effort and also of you stopping your negative thinking and self-limiting beliefs. Now, the middle of the week answers the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so we have this divine feminine energy with the earth element. So the middle of the week is all about taking care of those things that are important in a way that is nurturing, that is loving, and that includes you, right? The more you spoil yourself and spoil the people you love or your relationships, the more you care for those things that are important, or even those things that are not there yet but that you're working towards, is all about putting tender, loving care to those things that are important to you as well as to yourself. So if at the beginning of the week we had to work towards, to put effort and stop limiting beliefs or negative thoughts, the middle of the week says, you know what? Pamper us. Let's do something to spoil ourselves or to care for the people that we love or the things that we like and we care for. So the more tender, loving care you put towards the things, the more you're nurturing them to grow. And the weekend. The weekend, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Look how many pentacles you have. Interesting. So the Knight of Pentacles is action, right? And it's about being decisive, taking action, and moving towards things, right? So knowing that here is telling you energies to work towards things that you want, stop negative thoughts, nurture those things that you want as well as yourself. The weekend is to be more decisive, right? To go after certain things. Also, not to be afraid to look into the future. This night is telling you energies are beginning to move. There is movement towards the future that you want. It could be coming this during the weekend, it could be coming the following week or towards the next month, but things are actually moving towards those things that you want. Move with them because it is moving forward. It may feel slow, but surely that things are actually taking place, right? So direct your energy towards that. Let's put it all together. The beginning of the week. So there is an abundance of energy that will help you towards your goals or things that you care about, but you need to put effort. You need to make sure you stop self-limiting beliefs and negative thoughts. The middle of the week is all about pampering and spoiling yourself and things and people that you care about, putting tender, loving care into things. And towards the end of the week, energies start moving. Even if they feel slow, they start moving towards the right direction. But you also need to take steps towards the things that you want. Gentle steps, little steps, slowly. You don't have to take faster steps going forward too fast, because the energies are moving forward but slower, right? This night is moving but slowly but surely. Think about it this way. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this message. Remember, this is a general reading for the collective. Take what resonates, let go of the rest. And if you are going through something or you need support, I'm a board certified coach, holistic energy practitioner with a master's degree in psychology. And I offer private sessions that can be done online from anywhere, as well as pre recorded readings. You have the links down below, my website and my Gumroad storefront. And remember to subscribe to the channel and get those notifications. We have something for almost every day of the week. And coming up tomorrow, we look at work and career, professional life. So please join me. I will be here waiting for you. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Be kind and gentle to yourselves and to each other. And I'll see you tomorrow. Brightest blessings.